right, so what's up, guys? We're gonna talk about Martin, and I've seen the entire series, seasons 1 through 5. It's on HBO Max, as well as Martin the Reunion, which came out last year in 2022. So let's jump right into it. Growing up watching Martin, I didn't realize that he played like Shanae and all the characters, honey. I didn't know that that was him until I got older and I realized, yo, that's Martin. That's crazy how many characters he played throughout the show. As well as when I was watching everything on HBO Max, I'm like, I basically watched the entire 5 seasons already on reruns, and there's a lot of things I noticed I didn't notice that I notice now. It's just like, oh, all of that happened in the episode, or like, yeah, I remember that, but I don't remember that, or that person, or that thing. So it's just crazy being able to see it in chronological order. Amazing. The show overall is really funny, and I love having the cast. Like, everybody pretty much stayed from beginning to end, and it was like, chef kiss. I loved it. I would definitely say if one of them wasn't there, like a few episodes Pam, a few episodes Cole, a few episodes Gina, like um I don't recall Tommy not being in the episode, but maybe, of course, Tommy, like if any one of them, if they weren't in there, it was like, dang, I missed them. Where they at? You know what I'm saying? Where they be? So they brought that energy, and the cast was cohesive, and they made magic. I love it. There are some things that now, as a young adult, that I just find like, that's kind of weird, And I would say one is when Martin dresses up as his mother, as Shanae. I think those are the only two female characters he dressed up as. I ain't like it. Like, when I was younger, I was like, who is this? It's hilarious. Now that I'm older, I'm just like, why you just didn't hire a woman, or let Gina or Pam, you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel weird about men dressing up as women, even if it's just for an act. Just because it's weird. I'm a woman. I would not ever want to dress up and play a man. That's not something I ever want to do. I wouldn't ever want my man to ever want to impersonate a woman to that magnitude. You know what I mean? Where he's painting his nails, wearing false nails, lipstick. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I feel like there are two genders. There is not all these things that people want to make up. Like, no, you're either a female or a woman. That is it. There are no other genders out here. Female, male, male, female. That is it. I don't care what procedures, all these blah 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 and whoo woo. Female, male. Simple as that. There's only two genders, you know what I mean? And I just feel like a man can never play a woman, and a woman can never play a man. Just like Madea, I didn't know Tyler Perry played Madea until I was older. When I was younger, I didn't realize that that was a man. Now that I'm adult, I'm like, oh my gosh, I see it now. Like, why would you degrade yourself like that? You know what I mean? Like, people would be like, it's just comedy, it's just a show. But no, like, deeper than that, as a man, why would you ever want to dress up and humiliate yourself like that? You're a man, you're not a woman, you won't ever be. Just like it's not okay for a woman to impersonate a man in that magnitude and be like, no, you are a woman, you will never be a man. You know what I mean? Like, let's stop confusing the gender roles. I didn't like it. I mean, Shanae was funny, everything, his mama, but still, it's not okay, and I don't like it. Now that I'm old, I'm just like, ugh, it's like it's disturbing to me. But that's just me personally. I just feel like we should play our roles. I'm a woman, so I'm gonna stick to that. And you're a man, you need to stick to that. That's just as simple as that. That's how I feel about it. Um, and also like the preacher. One thing it was a false prophet. He was a false prophet. Can I talk? He was a false prophet. Like he was a preacher, of course, but he also was very into like lust and being lustful and engaging in that. And I didn't love that. And I kind of like, ugh. But then if you kind of think about it, today there are so many false prophets, so many people who proclaim to be like of Jesus, of God, like that's who they serve. And in reality, they serve evil and nonsense and chaos. And it's like a lot of young people, not even young people, but a lot of people in general is going away from Christianity because so many false prophets. You're preaching one thing and you're doing a whole nother thing, and you're hurting people, and all these things, false prophets. And that's why I feel like you have to go get God for yourself. You have to have that for yourself, and it really has to be something that you do for yourself. It's not something you should do just because your parents force you or you just do at church. It's something you have to do one-on-one with God yourself, and take that time for yourself so you won't allow false prophets to guide you away from God, as well as guide you into doing damnation. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's why you have to know God for yourself so that you can see what's real and what's not, because the Lord always gonna bless you with that feeling. And so that was crazy. But Martin, Gina, Pam, Tommy, Cole, the chemistry, amazing. Academy is amazing. Now, they had a lot of highlights. They had a lot of celebrity guests. I mean, the show's just iconic, and like I wanted to become an actor and do the whole thing. And it's just like that's what I wanted for my show in my head. Like I definitely wanted like the top of the top iconic stars featuring in episodes, and just having a cast that you vibe with. These left lies, yeah, cast that you vibe with. Just a show where it lives on. Even after you're long and done with it, it lives on. Even when you're gone, it lives on. Like I've always wanted to be on 1 to 2 iconic TV series that really not only make people laugh and have fun, but you learn from it and you enjoy it, and it's something that will be talked about for years and years and decades and centuries to come. So I love that. During season 5, you could see Gina. She was there in the beginning, and then towards the very end, the middle of the season, she really was absent. And typically, when that happens, they might booked like typically like they be doing other gigs or they're sick or something like that. But if you Google it, there were all these allegations, how true they were, because they didn't talk about it in the reunion. But that's why she was missing, and it was like, dang. Kind of crazy, because you look at people on the show, on TV, you look at people on TV and you think they're this like amazing person. You don't really know these people behind the scenes, and then you hear stories about meeting like your celebrities and how mean they are and how rude they are, but people like still like support them. And it's crazy to me how people will dog you out and you still love them and support them. Like, no, the math ain't math. No, but it's crazy how well people can work together on screen, but in real life, like they really ain't vibing. So that's real acting there. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy. But moving right on into the Martin reunion, which again is as well as on HBO Max. Martin seasons 1 through 5 and Martin the Reunion is all on HBO Max. The reunion was great. You know, Tommy passed, but the tribute that they did to him was beautiful. His family was there. Her name was Gina, which is ironic. Tommy ended up with Gina at the end of the day. You know, it's kind of crazy, but beautiful. I love the reunion. It was very classy. We had even guest stars come on. That's something you don't see in reunions. A 10 out of 10. I mean, I feel like it was very beautiful. Much love, the reminiscing and everything. I would have liked them to address all the alleged allegations because I don't know how true it is. But I wish they would have addressed it, but they didn't. They just kept it all cute, calm, and collected. And that's fine too. But the reunion was great and it was beautiful, and it was a vibe. Some other things I want to touch on is that, you know, TV shows, if you want to keep it a buck, I mean, we don't have to dive all into details and things, but you know, I wish they would, when they do reunion specials, clear up any allegations. You know, I wish they would clear them up. And because like life is not just peaches and cream, and that's what they do when they do reunions. It's just peaches and cream, but it's like life is beautiful. It can get very toxic and sad and bad and crazy. You know, it's a mixture of all things. You know, so I wish that when they do reunions that they can be more open to actually answering questions and stuff, as well as reminiscing. But something I want to end is that most Black television shows actually only do about 5 seasons. At least the ones I've watched mainly. I don't see too many of them going over like 6 seasons, maybe 7, but nothing making that 8+ mark like when it comes to Black TV shows. And it's kind of like unfortunate because everybody else shows be running like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and it's like Grey's Anatomy is still going, Young and the Restless. These are shows that have been on for centuries. At this point, it feels like all your life they've been on TV, you know. So it's just like I would love to see more brown people on TV with iconic series that last 10+ years as well, you know. But Martin is definitely worth watching. It's very funny, and like the cast, you gotta love them. So that is my take on it. When I do these things, it's basically pinpointing things that I can recall and just my point of view overall over everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you haven't, go check out Martin. What's up? Bitty B. Tommy, man, you ain't got no job. Cole. Gina, you go boy, you go girl. They're all iconic in their own ways. And you know, the last thing I want to end it on is I was so happy to see Pam and Gina, not Pam and Gina, but how Pam, no girl, how Martin and Gina, how their relationship evolves and how they really grew into this beautiful marriage and both successful careers. I love that Cole got his happy ending with his lady, and unfortunately Pam and Tommy didn't get together. Why? But I feel like if they had a season 6, that definitely we would have seen Cole wedding, we would have seen Pam and Tommy getting together, and then we would have seen them all moving to LA. So yeah, I just loved how everybody evolves. It's a great series, guys, and it's iconic. All right, thank you guys so much again for watching. Officially, I'm out. Those are my thoughts. Hope you enjoyed. Peace out. Peace.